Hi there. Today I'm going to show you 3 ways to do sidechaining in FL Studio. So the first thing we need to do is get some sort of kick to sidechain it to. So I'm going to go in my little library here. That one has a bit too long of a tail. Alright, this one's perfect. So we will use that one. Put it in the pattern thingy. And then we're going to need something to sidechain it to, so just because this is an example, I'm going to use my favorite synthesizer, and I bet you'll never guess what that is. Citrus. And then I'm just going to get a preset from in here because we ain't got time to be fancy. So first kick, putting it on every single beat. If you are a fan of progressive house, then this should sound very familiar to you. Alright, perfect. So then we're going to go to pattern 2. I'm just going to throw some chords down that are kind of, I'm just throwing chords down just so we can get on with this. So let's do metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, C, D, C, G, F, 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 G, 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 F, 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 F. Alright, gorgeous. That's nice enough. Oh, that was offbeat. Okay. I'm just gonna quantize this. Alright, well, it's fixed now. So, listen to both of these together, put it in the playlist. Alright, so to sidechain this, we want to have the pad cut out on every kick. So first, put them both in the mixer. Done deal. So now what you're going to do is go to the kicks channel, which is this one, effect, Fruity Peak Controller. It comes with FL Studio, so you should have it. And then make sure this little lit thing at the bottom that says mute, make sure it's not lit or else the channel will be muted. So unclick it, done deal. And then go back to your pad and go to the channel volume knob, right click it, go down to link to controller, this box will pop up, go to the section that says internal controller, open this up, and look, we have the kick peak. So don't put it on peak and LFO, don't put it on LFO, put it on peak. So right now, on the notice, when you have it on default, it just says input. When you have it on invert, it's 1 minus input. That'll come into play later, just notice that. So let's listen to it on default. See how this knob is popping up on every kick? Bum, 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 bum. Beautiful. So let's go back to the link, and then we're going to try it inverted. So that's 1 minus input, accept. Now listen. See now the knob is going back on every kick. It's being cut out on every kick. But still I don't think it's being cut out quite enough for my taste for a good sidechain. So I'm going to go to the link, and I'm going to do 4 times bigger increment, and then I'm going to invert it, which, as we all remember, is 1 minus. Now listen. See, now the knob is going all the way down to 0 on every kick. Okay, so that is one way to sidechain. And you could do this on anything. You could do this sidechain the lead synth to the kick, sidechain the bass line to the kick, anything. Now I'm going to show you another way. So let's take this link off, because we don't need that no more. Now what we're going to do is Sidechain Compression, which is where you go to the mixer channel of the pad you want to sidechain compress, go to Effects, Limiter, then go to the compression setting, not the limiter, the compression setting, and then see this little thing? This is going to say number, but right now it doesn't because we have not routed a track to it. Routed a track, however you say that. So click on your kick track, and to route it to this track, you just click this little arrow down here. It'll light up, and then to sidechain it, put it down to 0. Easier way to do that is click the track, right click this, sidechain to this track, and then that is all the way down to 0. Perfect. Now go back to the limiter and sidechain. Alright, it's only letting me do channel 1. Perfect. So then we're going to put our kick in channel 1. Great. Going to move this over too. So now we have the compression on this limiter sidechain to channel 1. So let's. Alright, so right now it's not cutting too much out of the pad when the kick hits. But if we turn down the threshold and then screw around with the ratio a bit, listen to that. And then you can just play with the ratio to get just the right sidechain that you need for your track. This also works with the knee. Okay, so you can use the ratio or the knee to control how much the sidechain, how much whatever pad is being sidechained ducks out on each kick. So that is method number 2, which you can use. Method number 3, turn off this limiter. Method number 3 is simply go to the mixer track with the pad, go to Effects, and go to Grossbeat. That also comes with FL Studio, so you should have it. And then easy as pie, you just hit sidechain. It's really too easy. And this is basically just a automation clip for the volume. So, and naturally you can screw around with this. And you can do all sorts of funky stuff with the automation and Grossbeat right here, and that is the 3rd way to sidechain. So thank you for watching the 3 ways to sidechain with me. But I also gotta show you this thing I found on the internet. It's like an online drum kit. You just you can hit any of these keys, and it does like a drum. And of course you can use your keyboard too. So it's literally an online drum kit, which I thought was really cool. And if you want to see that, I'm going to post a link to it on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/SpazzJazz. Scroll down, it's the first link, will take you to the drum kit. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something.